Well, hello everybody and happy Tuesday. I'm going to try this one more time. My internet went out after the first minute or so, about an hour ago. So I was on the phone with Cox for like the last 45 minutes. Hopefully everything's working now. And we're going to try this one more time. So this is Lisa Freeman from stampingwithlisa.com coming to you live on Facebook on Tuesday, August 17th. Of 2021, and I decided, since it's been so hot lately, I wanted to start with my fall cards. So we're doing a fall card today, which is this one, and I'm also going to show you a one sheet wonder. I did not do this as a one sheet wonder to start with, but then after I did it, I thought that would make a great one sheet wonder. So I did one, and I'm going to show you how I did that. And we're using the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set today, and the paper from Beauty of the Earth. So two beautiful things, and I'm going to show you those in 1 second. I just have to get my computer going, see if anybody's watching, and hopefully this time it will work. Hey Pamela, and not cut out. So at least it stopped working in the first minute and not like the middle of the video, so that's a good thing. All right, so let me show you first of all the stamp sets that we're using. So in the Holiday Mini on page 47 is the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set and bundle. So this is what we're using. I started to use the dies and I cut out a few things, but then I decided that the card was busy enough without having some cutouts on there, so I didn't use the dies. But they are beautiful, and the whole stamp set's beautiful. And I didn't really notice this little stamp at first because I didn't cut that out right away. And while I was sitting here on the phone with Cox, I went ahead and cut that out and stamped it. So actually, I guess it's kind of a good thing the internet went out because I ended up changing my card a little bit. So that's the stamp set, and it's like this. It is a rubber set, and we're going to be using everything except for this one in there. And also the words are from The Beauty of Friendship, which is the stamp set that goes with the paper we're using. And that is absolutely beautiful. And this is how I got the colors for the card, because I started with the paper. Let me just pull some of this out. And this is the piece of paper that we're using. And on the back it's got some more leaves. And then it's also got these beautiful pieces in here. I've already cut a lot of them up because I've done a few other cards with it. That one. And the backs are really pretty too. That one has the sky. And then we've got this one with the wood on the back. That one I already showed you. This one I think would be beautiful for a winter card. And then this is pretty, and that's the one we're already using. And then this one is really cute too. I just saw a card today with that paper. So beautiful, beautiful paper in here. And it also tells you, if you have never noticed this before, on the back of the paper, it has all of the colors, not all of them. Sometimes there's missing a couple, but most of the colors that they use in the pack of paper are right here. So you can just look at that and you already know which colors you want to use. So I chose Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, Mary Merlot, and let's see, Old Olive. And I think that was it. So those are, and I also added one, Pumpkin Pie, which I think they're missing from here because that clearly is Pumpkin Pie. So I added that one to it. So that's what we're going to be doing. I'm showing the baby wipe technique. So if you have never used that before, it's really fun. And that's how I get that variegated look through the leaves. So I'm going to show you that. Oh, and I wanted to show you the dies too. Hey, Susan. So these are the dies, and these are the ones that I cut out. And they're so cute. I love them. So we've got the outline dies and the intricate dies. So you can do either one. And I just threw mine in here because I tried to put them on the card and they just didn't fit very well. So I decided to save them for later. So we've got that. And then what you need first is a baby wipe. So I'm just going to set that aside for a second. Oh, and I've got a couple winners too. Hopefully I just didn't get ink all over myself. So for this card, the winner is Audrey Karen, or Caron. I don't know if that's how I said it right. Winner of this card is Kathy Herring. You won this one. So you guys send me your address and I will send you the cards. And thanks for leaving your comments. Remember, you can always win one of these cards. Hey, Mary. You can always win one of my cards if you leave a comment and you get picked. So that is great. All right, so what we're going to do is start with a baby wipe. And you can use any baby wipes. They don't have to be name brand, any work. And you just get one out. And my problem is I buy baby wipes and then I don't use them enough, so then they dry up. All right, so then you're gonna just like fold it in half. And what we're doing is making an ink pad out of the baby wipe. So just put it in your little tray. Mine's still dirty from this morning. And then you're gonna take your ink for refill. So I'm gonna start with Old Olive and just put maybe like, I don't know, 6 drops of each one, maybe 7. And try not to get them all over your fingers. Then I've got Cajun Craze. This is a really old one. You can tell which colors I use the most because the ones I have the old ink refills for are the ones that I don't use that much. And Cajun Craze is one. So I don't know. What are we doing? Like 6 or 7 drops of each. Here's Pumpkin Pie. And every single time you do this, it's going to be different because you're never putting the same exact, the spots in the exact same, you know, area. And, you know, it's just going to look different. This is Mary Merlot. All right. And you want to kind of get them so there's not much room, but they are going to spread out. So just let it sit for a minute. So I'm going to set that aside for just a minute while I show you what you need. So first thing is piece of 5.5 by 8.5 Mary Merlot. This is the designer paper, 5 1/4 by 4 of the Beauty of the Earth. A piece of 5 1/4 by 4 white for the inside. Another piece of Mary Merlot, 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and this piece of 3 1/4 by 4 white. So take a screenshot of that. That's what you need. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I start with the colors in the designer paper almost every time I do a card. If I'm using a stamp set or anything, I always look at the designer papers for color combinations. So it's a great idea. So let's get all these off of here. So we're going to start with these 2 pieces. This is the inside of the card. This is the front. And I used my old paper cutter, so it's got that edge on there, which I don't like. But all right, so let's start with the inside first because that's the easiest one. So we've got our stamps here. Excuse me. I'm going to start with this one. So we've got our ink just kind of sitting here. And what you want to do when you do this is not go all over because that's going to muck up your colors. You want to stay in like one spot and just kind of stamp it a couple times right in that spot until you get some ink on there. So this is the inside. I'm just going to stamp this leaf a couple times for the inside of the card like that. And then I want to put some little speckles on it too. So I'm going to do the little speckles and just add that right there. So that's the inside so far. And then on the front of the card, I'm going to do the words first because I want to make sure I get those in and I don't have something covering them. So I'm just doing friendship refreshes the soul, or friendships refresh the soul. This is early espresso. And you can see I did this in this pad first, and it looked pretty good, but it kind of got lost. So I decided to make it a darker color. All right, and then we're going to do everything in our little ink pad that we just made. So I'm going to ink it up again. Remember, try not to go all over. You want to just stay in one little spot, and then just start stamping. So we're going to do like maybe 3 of those, and this is really juicy right now. So there's like 3, and then I'm going to go to the next leaf, and same thing, just kind of tap it right in the same area. And you want to ink it up each time because it's just not that dark if you don't. And then we're going to go to the next one, which is this long skinny one. Let's see if we can squeeze it in here. And there you go. And then this is the little teeny one I found in there, and I didn't really like how it was made, so I actually cut it. It was like long and kind of like C-shaped, so I wanted this one. It was hanging off the end here. I just cut it and put it right there. So now they're like closer together. And it's your stamp set. You can do whatever you want. So it's okay to do surgery on your stamps and move them or do whatever. So I'm just going to fill in with a couple of those little ones. And that looks pretty good. All right, then I've got this other stamp that came in here, which looks like wood grain. So I'm going to take that and just stamp that on here and stamp off because I don't want it really dark. I just kind of wanted to give it a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of color and also a little bit of texture in there. So that just adds a little bit of something. Then we're going to do our sprinkles. And they're in the same ink pad with the baby wipe. So put a little bit of sprinkles. And I like to tap off on this because I don't want them really dark. And then we're going to sponge it with our blending brush, my favorite thing in the catalog. And then I'm going to show you how to do One Sheet Wonder. So it's basically the same thing. What color is what, Mary? This one? That was Sahara Sand for the wood grain. Alright, this is pumpkin pie. So we're doing pumpkin pie, just sponge on here. I'm going to give a little bit of color. Not too dark, but just kind of a little bit around the edge. And then I'll just make it pop. And I want to put just a little bit here too on the inside. And if you want to stamp some more words in there, you could. You can do whatever you want because it's your card. And then we're just going to put that together, and then I'm going to do the One Sheet Wonder for you and show you how to make more cards with just one sheet of the paper. So stick around for that. So this is going to go on here, and I'm just going to use my green glue. We have been so crazy at work. I worked last night, and we saw almost 200 patients. We've been almost seeing 200 every day. And a lot of it is that COVID. I'm telling you, it's like crazy again. So be careful out there. And this is going to go right inside. And then we finally got a nice day. It's been so hot and humid and rainy and gross every single day. Today's finally sunny and it's not that bad out. Of course, I'm still in my pajamas, so luckily you can't see what I look like because I'm a hot mess right now. My hair's sticking straight up. I need a haircut, so my hair is getting too long, so I've been wearing it like in a hairband, so when I get up in the morning, it just like is a mess. It's just one big giant mess. Alright, so next thing I want to show you is how to stamp on your ribbon. So we're going to be using the, what is it called? The white ribbon. I can't remember what it is. It's just white ribbon that comes from, it's a Flowers for Every Season, I think. You get this with the green gingham and the blue and white linen thread, or baker's twine, I mean. So what you're going to do is just cut a piece to go around here. Just long enough, maybe an inch longer than each side. And now I've lost my scissors. Oh, where did they go? Scissors, scissors, where are you? Darn it. I have totally lost them. Well, I know they were here just a minute ago, but I don't see them, so let me see. We're going to have to use some old scissors, I think, unless I took them in the other room. Oh, here's some. I'll get these scissors. Alright, so we want a piece that long, and then we also want a piece to do on the front, so I'm just going to stamp a little bit of this. I'm not going to cut it. And then we're going to take our leaf stamp back into our ink pad, and we're going to stamp on the ribbon. So starting with this one, we're just going to stamp, and it just gives it a really pretty color. So we'll have the leaves just stamped right on there. So there you go. And then I'm going to do some on this piece too that's going to go wrapped around. And it doesn't really matter which side, they're the same on both sides. So we just need a little piece. I think I need more there. Alright, so there you go. So we've stamped on the ribbon, so now we've got all those colors on there. I'm going to get that out of the way. Alright, so I'm going to wrap this around here. And you can use either side you want. They're both pretty. And just lay it down and tape it to the back. So I'm going to use my regular tape. I went to the grocery store. I got out of work about 10:45 last night, and the grocery store is like right next door to where I work. So I ran in there, and of course they give you the evil eye because they close at 11. And I hate doing that, but you know, I had to go after work, and I always feel bad, but I usually get in and out in like 5 or 10 minutes, so I was still out before they closed at 11. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put this under here like this, and then I'm going to take this ribbon, which is the, what is it called? Metallic mesh, and I'm going to cut a little piece like this, and then I'm going to cut it in half this way, and we're going to lay it down like right here in the middle there, and then we're just going to tie the knot around it so it'll stick out. So this is the tricky part because you don't want it to move too much, but this really adds a little pizzazz to your card. So try and keep them in there, and then pull that tight, and then just kind of mess with this because you want them kind of to be on the top and show. And then we're just going to trim all this. So we've got all this ribbon here. We're going to trim it up and trim this one up. So now we've got a mess. Now we've got this really pretty mesh ribbon on there, and also the dyed ribbon. So it looks so pretty. Let me just trim this a little bit more. Just a little bit. All right, so there you go. So that looks really pretty. Uh-oh. My internet just went out. Hopefully it's gonna come back. I hope you guys are still there. Wait a minute, let me refresh the screen and see. It says the video is ended, so hopefully it's still there. Are you guys still watching? Let me see. It looks like it's just kind of out a little bit. A little fuzzy right now. Hopefully you're still there though, and it didn't really end. I'm going to put this on with some dimensionals real quick. And then I'm going to show you the One Sheet Wonder. I am really upset about this internet. I just got off the phone with them. And she's like, oh, everything should be working good now. Okay, so we're going to use some dimensionals. You guys still with me? I can't see any comments right this second. Let me see. All right. Yes. Hey, Peg. You're still there? I love you, but you can Tess. Oh, I love you, but you convinced me that I need another leaf bundle. Thanks. I'm good at doing that. All right, so we've got some dimensionals on here, still here. Good. Okay. My gosh, I'm gonna have to call them back. What a mess. What a mess. It hasn't worked right since we had that big storm the other day. It went out and it just keeps going out and in and out. Oh my gosh, it just did it again. All right, just hang in there. Hopefully it's gonna just stop doing that. I don't know. All right, so there's that one done. So we're done with this one, and then I'm gonna show you the One Sheet Wonder. Let me see if we're still here. I'm gonna keep going. Is it freezing on you guys or just freezing on me? Hopefully it's not doing it on the other side. I can't see. All right, so we're gonna do the One Sheet Wonder now, which is exactly kind of the same thing, except you're gonna have this one whole sheet of paper, and you're actually gonna get 6 cards out of this. Just me. Oh, good. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's good. I'm glad it's not going out on you guys. So what you need is one sheet of paper. And actually, I have lost my paper. Here it is. So you just start with one sheet of white paper. And I need a scrap paper. So I need a big scrap paper. So let me get one piece out of here. We're going to do this. All right, so we're going to start with our leaves. And the thing about this baby wipe thing, you can use this for probably a good hour at least until it starts to dry out. So you can just keep on stamping, stamping, stamping with all these leaves and make as much as you want. So we're going to start with this one and go all over. So I'm just going to do kind of back and forth. And I'm stamping right in the same spot, so I'm not like mucking it up. See, if you go all over, you're gonna muck it up, and it's gonna be yucky looking. So you don't want to like do that. Just kind of stay in one spot, tap it, and then just keep on going. And then you want to get some off the edge. And let's do a few just on the edge here. All right, so that looks pretty good. So we're done with that one. Then we're going to go to the next one, which is this little, I don't know what that is. I know that's a maple leaf. I don't know what this one is. Oh my gosh, I love these colors. So just kind of fill in all your big areas and leave room for the other stuff too, because we still got one more leaf and the little leaves. So that looks good. And then we're going to go to the skinny one. Hey Sharon, hey Pauline. Not freezing for you. Thank God, because I'm just ready to scream about this cock stuff. I told the lady, I said, I should get free internet because it's always going out. It's just crazy. And I'm on the internet like all day long when I'm off. So it's very inconvenient. And if you see like some of these spots, I have like there's more purple there from the Merlot. If you want more purple, just go over to that spot and stamp the purple. So there you go. So you can kind of guess where your colors are by looking at the pad. All right, so that looks pretty good. And then we're going to go in with the little teeny leaves and fill in the spots. And I think those are just so cute. We're going to just do those all over. They're so cute. And then we're going to do that wood background thing too. So we're going to color the whole thing. Did you like the ribbon stamping? I think that just makes it look so pretty. And look at the difference in the colors between this card was much more purpley than this one had more orange in it. Same with the ribbon. The ribbon came out more purple than this one's orangey. I like the purple better, but you just put more Merlot in there if you want. I love these little stamps. They're so cute. All right, so now we're going to go back with this wood stamp. So this one I like to stamp off. Oh, there's my scissors underneath the little tray where the baby wipe was in. All right, so stamp off and then on, off and on. I feel like Karate Kid. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. So the whole reason I had to go to Food Line last night was get Tillamook ice cream. And I had such a hard day at work last night that I had to come home and eat some. So I had a bowl of ice cream at like 11:15, 11:30. I need to start my diet again for the 100th time. I keep losing and gaining the same like 30 pounds all the time. I know you guys can relate, those of you that have weight issues. All right, so there's that part, and then we're going to go back and sponge it. So see how easy that was? We're going to get 6 cards. I'm going to show you how to cut it to get 6 cards out of it. Because this piece right here is not a quarter of a sheet. It's actually like a 1/6 of a sheet. But I'm going to show you how to cut it so you can get 6 out of there. And then you can make more cards out of one sheet. All right, so a little sponging here. You want to get some orange. Or if you like that Merlot, you could sponge with the Merlot too. Any color you want. The Merlot was kind of dark though, so I was worried that would just overpower it a little bit. All right, oops, I got a little blob there. So just put as much as you want, as little as you want. I think it just needs a pop of color though, but maybe I'll try another one with the Merlot one there. Look at the difference in these two. With that has just so much more purple in it. I really love that purple. Maybe we'll cut that one up. Okay, So there you go. So we've got 2 of these. So I could make 12 cards out of these right now. So let me show you how to cut it. So write this down. If you are, if you have trouble with measurements, you might want to write this down. So I think I'm going to cut this one that's more purpley. All right, so first thing you're going to do is cut it at 4 inches. So it's 8.5 across. So if you cut it in half, it'd be 4 1/4, but we're going to cut it at 4. And I have my paper cutter upside down. I like to do it this way. All right, so I'm seeing my screen go blurry. Let me read some comments really quick. Love this technique and the colors. Oh, thanks, Pam. Thanks, Lynn. Donna, if you go back in the video on the replay, you can see all the colors, but it's Old Olive, Pumpkin Pie, Cajun Craze, and Mary Merlot. Thanks, Sharon. Beautiful fall colors, great technique. Love being able to make your own pattern paper. Great. Yes, Deb, that is a great idea. All right, so we're going to go to 4 inches right here. Hopefully you can see that. Let me move it up a little bit. So we've got 4 inches right here, and you're going to cut. And then you want to take the other piece and cut that at 4 inches too. So both pieces will be 4 inches. So now we've got, oops, 2 strips of 4 by 11. And then you're going to take it and turn it, and you want to cut it at 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 and 3 1/4 and 3 1/4. And then you're going to have a little piece left over, which you can do whatever you want. If you want to, that would be pretty inside the card too. You could put that like in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is it still there? Still there? Please tell me I'm still here. So frustrating. All right, so I've got this piece already done. So here is a half sheet of cardstock, just like I had before. And then I've got this piece already cut. This is 4 1/4 by, let's see, 4 1/4 by 3 1/2 for the back piece. So that's our front piece. And then I've got this piece already done. And that was the 4 1/4. So this is exactly the same as the other card. The only difference is I don't have the words on here. So what you can do for the words is, oops. Oh my gosh, here again. Just came back on. Okay, so it did die for a minute. Hopefully you're still there. Oh my gosh, I'm so frustrated. All right, so for the words, just get a scrap piece of paper and we're going to stamp them in black, in the early espresso on here and punch them out. So just do it right on your scrap piece. And then I grabbed a punch that hopefully will fit. This is Everyday Label Punch. And it looked like it was big enough. So we'll just punch it right there. And that fits perfect. And then we can take the words and stamp on them. So let me get the big leaf. Where did it go? Here we go. And I'm just going to ink that up, stamp off, and then kind of stamp on it. Oh, that gives it a really pretty look. Let's do that again. All right, so I just inked it up in the baby wipe and stamped off, and it just gives it a little bit of color. And then I think I'm going to sponge it a little bit too. Give that a little, I probably should have used that Merlot. I think that would look pretty. But so you can do that, and if you want to, hold on, let me see if I got scrap paper, and I'll show you a trick with the background piece. So whenever you have a punch and it's like just white like this and you want to create a background piece to it, just punch it out again. And then you can cut it either hot dog or hamburger way. So I can either cut it in half this way or cut it in half this way. And I think I'm going to do this one. And then if you put tape on the back, oops. Let me close this. Then you just peel this apart. So you put it on here like this, and you can do this with almost any punch. And it makes you have like a frame around it. just by cutting it in half. So it's exactly the same punch. I just cut it in half. So that's the back, that's the front. And then when you put it on here, it'll look like that. So this is all you have to do. So this is exactly the same card as this one, except the words are popped up. So I would just glue this together, put my ribbon on, and it's exactly the same card. So super easy. You can make 6 of those from one sheet of the paper. And if you want, you could put some more leaves on there. It kind of looks like a little bit more bare than this one, but you can always add some more leaves on there if you want to. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and hopefully the computer going out 15 times didn't make you stop watching. So at least I think on my end it went out about 15 times. On your end, hopefully it didn't go out so much. But yeah, I think we do need some more leaves on here maybe, because it just looks bare compared to that one. But that's okay. Maybe we'll just add some little ones in there. Let's do that real quick, because I can't take it if perfect. So let's do one there, and one like in the middle here, and then some on the end, and then some of the little ones. Oh, you know what I forgot? Maybe that's what it is. I forgot to do the speckles on here too. That's what I missed. Let's do some speckles. There we go. That looks better. We need one right there. Quick. All right. So it says it's going out again. Hopefully you're still there. But we're going to Wink Estella this. And wait a minute. This is the one I didn't do. We're going to Wink Estella this. And give it some sparkle. So hopefully you guys can see that. And you're still there. Even though my computer's saying you're not. But hopefully you are. Let me see. I'm going to call Cox back and have a little talk with them, because this is ridiculous. Here again, it's been interrupted. Ah! Okay. Well, hopefully you're here now and you can see the end, because it looks like I'm still on. I'm sorry about that. But that is it. So we've got this one. All you have to do is put it together with your ribbon on there, and then you'll be all done. So now we've got all these cards, and you can put all these other ones together with all your pieces that are cut. So hopefully you liked that, even though the internet wasn't working too well. Sorry about that. But thanks for joining me this afternoon. Hopefully next time I'll be not interrupted. And you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget, you can always order anytime on my website right here, stampingwithlisa.com. There's the host code for August. And don't forget it's celebration, so for every $50 you order, you get some free stuff. And I'm going to get off of here right now while I'm still able to see myself. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back Thursday. Bye-bye.